Ciao ragazzi! This is Talk Calcio TV on YouTube. So welcome to this episode of Talk Calcio TV, and of course this morning we had the Champions League draw, and the ties it brought out, of course, Barcelona against Roma, Juventus against Real Madrid. We had to have a few hours of a bit of a lie down to take it all in, but we're back ready to go. And in this episode, we're going to go through round 29 in the Serie A season, give our preview and predictions ahead of this weekend's fixtures. So we start, of course, with Spal against Juventus. Now, the Bianconeri, the defending champions, have now opened up a 4-point lead after Napoli's failure to win the last two games. And Juventus, of course, winning theirs, of course, also including their game in hand against Atalanta during the week, which they won 2-0. So Juventus travel to Spal tomorrow night. It is a 7:45 kickoff. Our prediction, we're going to go for an away win here. I don't expect Juventus really to drop any points until possibly when they play Inter Milan or Roma away, or even AC Milan in the season. Those are three games I think they could possibly lose points. I think when they would actually beat Napoli at home in the Allianz Arena. I could be wrong, you never know, but on this instance we're going to go for an away win for the reigning champions, the Bianconeri. Napoli are in action, of course, then on Sunday night at 7:45, where they host the Rossoblu Genoa. Napoli, I expect them to win this as they're in front of their own crowd. It just feels like now like the Scudetto is slipping away. One slip and I think that is going to be curtains. I cannot see Juventus dropping 2 or 3 games. But we're going to go for a home win for the Partenope on that one. Then our other games, of course, we have Benevento hosting Cagliari. Of course, bottom of the league Benevento just on 10 points against Cagliari, who may have just sort of pulled away. I think they may have some breathing space in their bid to stay in Serie A. We're going to go for an away win for the other Rossoblu Cagliari there. Then we have Crotone hosting Roma. Now, Roma will be buoyed, of course, after their Champions League win during the week where they're into the last 8. It's fair to say Crotone aren't Barcelona, so they won't have to face the likes of Messi, Suarez, Rakitic just yet. Crotone are above the bottom 3, but if results went against them this weekend, they could be back in. They could be back in the bottom 3. We're going to go for an away win for the Giallorossi, Eusebio Di Francesco's men on that one, and of course Roma must keep up their form, because if they slip up, then Lazio and Inter are back in, and they're breathing fire down their necks. But we're going to go for an away win for the Giallorossi there. Then we have their cross-city rivals, the Biancoceleste Lazio, hosting Bologna. We're going to go for a home win here. I think it's, despite Lazio last week, I expect them to bounce back, and with the goal scoring from their in. We're going to go for home win for Lazio there. Then we have AC Milan hosting Chievo at the San Siro. Now, of course, Milan went out of Europe last night against Arsenal. Apart from those 2 games against Arsenal, Milan have been on a great form in Serie A. I expect their run to continue. We're going to go for home win on that one. Then we have Sampdoria, that's the Blucerati, hosting Inter Milan, the Nerazzurri. Of course, Luciano Spalletti did manage Sampdoria in the late 90s. He takes his Inter side there. Now, Inter, as we know, have gone off the boil. Spalletti during the week criticised Inter Milan's side, saying that they basically aren't good enough to challenge for major honours. I'm sure that wouldn't have gone down well with the Nerazzurri faithful. Sampdoria, they're a bit of a Jekyll Hyde at the moment. They, at home they look really a side that can threaten for the Champions League, make a late push, but it is their away form that's letting them down. Who would have saw them getting beat 4-1 away last week, and with the errors that they made? On this one, I think we're going to go for a draw, though. We're going to say on this one, the Blucerati and the Nerazzurri are going to have a draw on this one. We then have Torino against Fiorentina. Now, Walter Mazzari's form lately for his side has not been great. Fiorentina, of course, won an emotional game last week, a week after Davide Astori's passing. You wonder what state they'll be in emotionally. But on this one, I think we'll go for an away win. I think lately Torino just haven't been at their races lately. We're going to go for a win for La Viola. Udinese hosting Sassuolo. Sassuolo have, of course, dropped into the bottom 3 after a few bad results of late. The other Bianconeri, that is Udinese, they look as if they're going to be safe, not dragged into any relegation. I expect a win for Massimo Otto's team on this one. so that's a win for Udinese. Then we have Verona hosting Atalanta. Now Verona have almost dragged themselves back into survival hunt. Of course, they won the Verona derby last week, beating Chievo 1-0. So they've had bragging rights in the city of Romeo and Juliet. Atalanta, of course, they lost to Juventus during the week and had Gianluca Mancini sent off. He'll be suspended for this game. On this one, I'm going to go for home win. I think Verona, they're on some sort of roll. Just a couple of weeks ago, or even a month or so ago, they looked as if they were gone along with Benevento, but they've showed some fight in their relegation survival. So we are going to go for a home win for Verona on that one. So thank you for watching this episode of Talk Calcio TV on YouTube. What will happen this weekend? Will Juventus increase or maintain their Scudetto lead? Can Napoli get that win to keep their faint hopes back on track? Tell us what you think. Like, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to Talk Calcio TV on YouTube. We are now on Facebook, so also go over to our page and please give us a like. And we will be back Sunday with our review of all the other results that have happened this weekend in Serie A. We'll speak to you soon. Arrivederci. Ciao.